Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so different than anything I've ever done. I'm going to be talking about the very worst trends of the 2010s. I want everyone to know this video is just for fun. It's just my opinion. If you still rock these trends, you do you, boo. I want everyone to wear whatever they want, whatever makes them feel like a queen. These are just the trends that I find the most cringy. Now, I'm sure in 10 years I'll be looking back on what I'm wearing today and roast it to pieces, because that's the thing about trends, is that they're big at the time and then later on you're like, what was that? Why were we doing that? But I thought it would just be fun to reflect on the past and dive right in. But before we get to all that, I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button. Red button says subscribe. I'm gonna need you to hit it. We have a lot of fun here on my channel doing fashion, makeup, food, lifestyle, beauty, whatever, everything. And if you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Both of those things would really help me out and I would really appreciate it. So let's start talking about these trends. So personally, the early, or like 2010 to like 2015 or 16, arguably has some of the worst fashion ever. I think there's redeemable qualities about every other decade of fashion, but I'm not finding many in the early 2010s. God, there are just some bad things. Like even the early 2000s, I think, like I'm obsessed with that era right now. I think there's some really iconic looks from then, but the 2010s, I'm just not feeling it. Okay, let's get into it. Trend number one. When you think of the 2010s, you cannot think of it without chevron. Why? Why was this like triangular geometric pattern so popular? And why did I personally think it was so cute? It's not that revolutionary. Literally, it's just this. And why did we have to put it on everything? We put it on clothes, we put it on accessories, home. Like people painted their walls chevron. Why? Why did we think it was so iconic? Can someone please answer in the comments, because I'm like not fully understanding why we liked it so much. I mean, I personally stand it, I loved it, I live for it. But looking back, like why? Why? Okay, second trend that just comes to mind when you think of the 2010s is bubble necklaces. Why did I think they were so chic? Why did I think they were so amazing? I thought I was a fashion icon when I rocked my bubble necklace. I had this lavender one that baby I thought was everything. Just chunky necklaces in general were so in. Like the more plastic you had around this area, the better. And I'm just not living for that right now. In reflection, in retrospect, not a huge fan. Now, jewelry is much more about metals, silver, gold, dainty necklaces, layered necklaces. We're not really into the chunky plastic look anymore, and I'm very happy we're out of that phase. Okay, so I lived in the South. I still live in the South, so I don't know if this was a trend everywhere, but here in North Carolina, if you didn't have 5+ pairs of Jack Rogers, who were you? They were the most uncomfortable, basic sandal there was, but like I had to have them in every color. Every time I saw a pair of Jack Rogers at a store, I would need to get a new pair right then, like they were uncomfortable, wooden, like not cute, guys. Like they're not a cute sandal, but I wore them every day with everything, with jeans, with skirts, with shorts, with dresses. Like I'm still like finding pairs under my bed and stuff and like just selling them, donating them, getting rid of them because I want them out. And they were expensive too, so like, ugh, I feel bad. Sorry mom, sorry dad that you like had to deal with me during that phase of my life. But I was really into them. And they just really aren't that cute. Looking back, there are lots of cuter sandals out there. Just saying. Okay, this one came out of this, like, the depths of my mind. I don't know, it was like a repressed memory and then something triggered it and it came back up. Dip dyed bleach shorts. Dip dyed bleach jean shorts. The bleach dye, totally back, totally cute, love it. Did it to some of my jeans recently. But it was something about the like Tumblr, Pinterest aesthetic of the dip. I can't. That was like actually one of the first times I ever thrifted was to get a pair of jeans to cut into shorts to do this with, to dip dye with bleach. So like I kind of have a fond memory around it because that's really the first time I ever went thrifting. However, really not a fan of the dip style of it. It really did embrace that. It was probably like summer of what, 2014 maybe, that was so in. I can't explain it, but I'm not a fan anymore. But it really did encapsulate that time of fashion, unfortunately. Wedge sneakers. I can proudly say I personally never owned a pair. Like, celebs really came out there thinking they were stunning, thinking they were doing something. Like, we had like the Hadids working it, we had like Kendall Jenner working it, and we were like living for it. But why? They are so bad. They are so bad. This is one of my least favorites for sure. Like, just wear a wedge or wear a sneaker. There is no need for that baby to be in existence. The wedge and the sneaker need to be divorced. They do not need to be canoodling and having a wedge sneaker. We just don't need that, guys. But I know they were the biggest thing back then. So like if you owned a pair, no shade. I know we thought we were doing something with them, but we were not. We were not doing anything with them. Okay, the next trend stemmed from one of my favorite artists of all time, Lana Del Rey. And I'm sure you know where I'm going with this by now. The flower crown. People were having flower crowns at their weddings, photo shoots, wearing them to school, like literally concerts. There was no occasion where a flower crown was frowned upon. Like, you could wear a flower crown to a funeral in 2013 and people would be like, iconic. Guys, please ignore whatever's happening with my makeup right here. I don't know what's happening. Ignore it. I literally was going through my old camera roll to like try to find pictures of myself with these trends, and I had screenshotted a $70 flower crown because I wanted it. Like, I wanted to purchase that flower crown so bad. That was $70. Fake flowers, not real flowers. Well, I was about to drop 70 bucks on a flower crown. Thank God I didn't. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about the flower crown. Another trend that like immediately comes to mind when thinking of the 2010s is the high-low skirt. To me, this is very synonymous with Charlotte Russe, with Forever 21. Just the short little skirt with a flowing like tail almost in the back. It's not for me. Now, I know there are certain circumstances where it can look bomb, like if it's a red carpet dress. I think there are certain circumstances where there's an exception to the rule. However, most of the times, it's ugly. Most of the times, I do not stand, and it should stay back in 2014. I just, like that light, cheap fabric. Like, I see so many high-low skirts when I thrift now because everyone's getting rid of them. Everyone's like, why did we do that? And I am with you guys. Trust me, I had some high-low skirts in my day because I thought they were incredible, iconic, groundbreaking. But looking back, I can't agree. Okay, last but not least, I had completely forgotten about these until I saw it on Twitter or something. Low-kai bracelets. Low-kai bracelets. Why did we let this company scam us? We willingly were scammed. Water from the highest peak of the Himalayas and sand from the Dead Sea or something. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, yes, if this little bracelet is gonna bring balance to my little 12-year-old life. And then they went and had us buying them in different colors. One low-carb was not enough. We needed more than just the clear one. We needed the pink one. We needed the blue one. Like every time I saw these in a store, I would eek and I would have to buy it. And they weren't expensive. They were like 20 bucks maybe. And it was just plastic. It was just a plastic bracelet. And we let it happen. We as a society let that happen. And we can forgive ourselves, but we cannot forget. We cannot forget low-carb bracelets. We just can't. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun. Please post in the comments what your least favorite trend from the 2010s is, whether I hit it or whether it's something I missed. I think it's so fun to look back on old trends. And again, this is not meant to offend anyone. If you still wear these things, wear them with confidence, rock it, love it, and be you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's all I have for you guys. So stay on fleek, friends. Bye.